Masquerade, it's very late in the evening. Something came up and Masquerade, how are you guys? New faces, Chiomadzi, Ramoni, Magadishenyu, how are you guys? This is the time we are speaking, Melissa Budding. I'm from the Netherlands, and for those who do not know me, I've lived here in the Netherlands for the past almost 23 years now, so which is very long. And I stayed in Zimbabwe for the first 21 years of my life. So how are you guys? How are you? So yeah, I wanted to just pass by. I was busy the last few days. Children started school. My daughter became 4, and I was busy stopping breastfeeding, which is something which sounds it's very weird in people's eyes, but you don't know the reason why it sounds so weird. Because long back, our ancestors used to breastfeed for as long as they can. But because of indoctrination, these companies that are earning money out of people, we have been told, we have been brainwashed, and we still brainwash ourselves, like enslaving ourselves, thinking, oh no, you can't breastfeed for such a long time. Yet it's the eternal life that you can provide to your own children. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. But of course, in every corner, there is a reason why we get so much influenced in our life by different things, different ways of living, lifestyle, how people look like, where people go to church, where people go to drink beer, where people meet at concerts, so many different types of lifestyles. And hence we expect so much from ourselves. We expect so much from other people. And mostly when you see that you are doing something wrong, we tend to project that on other people, and we don't correct ourselves. We fail to check ourselves. So that's where I'm coming from now, talking about empathy again. When do we look at ourselves in the mirror? And when do we say to ourselves, hey, I was wrong there, and I need to tell people that I was wrong. And when you free yourself from that, then you know you can start a new life. I would call that then I will be reborn. Because you cannot just tell yourself, I'm going to church and I get baptized and I'm reborn. Yet you haven't even managed to say it to yourself deep in your heart. Oh, well, fair enough. If you can still manage to do so through going to church, which is also a fair thing, but it's not the only way. There are so many ways to kill a cat. So, anyway, how are you? How is everyone who is coming in? And, so why is it that we get influenced so easily? It's because poverty is one of the reasons. Desperation and, that self, like you think you can't do anything anymore, and you look up to people, maybe sometimes the wrong people, or maybe the right people, and you think, oh, well, now that I can't do much, so somebody else is doing this, so which means it's very special, and I'm supposed to be doing it as well. No, I don't think so, because if you are sure about yourself, if you are sure about who you are, and if you try to run away from this indoctrination that we're talking about, which is not very easy, because we tend to get used to some certain lifestyles and thinking, oh yes, this life which people have in Europe, I need that as well. Oh wow, I'm poor because I live in the rural areas or in the village of Africa, then I'm supposed to be there in Europe. Yes, I understand you have to be there sometimes to learn, so to relearn or to reappreciate yourself, which means we were lucky to be here, to see how these people live, how the westernized world is like. As for me, I immediately knew what I wanted, how worth I am without the Western world. So getting influenced, there are so many ways. There are people who think, oh, yes, I need to buy clothes within a brand, a very expensive brand on them, because then I'm worth, like I'm more important than other people. I need to drive in a bigger car so I feel better. But all those things, they have a reason behind, because there's something that's lacking. Like what Mr. Ntapa Media is saying here, like lack of knowledge. So the knowledge, when do we get the knowledge? How do we teach ourselves to gain knowledge? There's no way you can gain knowledge when you only think you are the only person who can provide knowledge. So yes, that's another thing that we need to know, that there's no way you can think that you're the only one who is who knows better. And when you think like that, there's no way you can ever listen to somebody else, because you overestimate yourself, therefore underestimate what other people do. So we have let Western education already influence us in a very wrong way, thinking that whenever you graduate, you're already above everybody, or you're already above a certain group of people, and only to be shocked that somebody who only did Form 4, what we call in Zimbabwe, Form 6 only, or maybe people who didn't go to school are able to make a mbira, or are able to create something, which is knowledge, So I think it's very important for all of us to look at ourselves that, I'm just a human being. I breathe the same air as that other person. And when we start from there, that's when you start respecting other people, even other people's work. Then because you have your own talent, another person has their own talent. Everybody has a call. And when you keep looking at what other people do, and when you keep looking at celebrities, what we call celebrities, these days is sounding very wrong, that word, because we think what celebrities do is the right thing. It's not always like that. So you have to be very objective, open-minded, look beyond your nose and gain knowledge, try to teach yourself, and try to think, what I'm seeing on the internet is not always correct. And then all right. Even going to the doctor is not always the best thing. Getting some medication, being diagnosed by something that maybe you may think is not true. You should always be critical on things that has to do with you. So, like what you're reading on Facebook, why is it that you think somebody else gets a lot of likes or not? And that shouldn't be something that should be bothering you at that moment, because anyway that message that you're bringing out there is going to be heard by many people. And if not, it's ever going to reach the right people, the right ears. And that's not a problem. And the other thing is, you've already taken it out of your chest anyway, which is already a meditation, isn't it? Because you are healing one person, that's you. And the next person is going to be healed by your own video, by your own music that you play, by the type of whatever you're doing. But please don't teach people things that you already know they are wrong. And that's when people are getting influenced. And whom are you influencing? Are those stable people? Are you stable yourself? So you should check yourself. What is it that's going on in your life? Are you on medication? Are you hurt? Are you in a situation where you are being narcissistically abused, and you know that you may feel unstable, and then therefore you get some people's attention in a wrong way, and you don't even realize that anymore. So which is very important, that when keep thinking, make sure you get yourself something that you like, and which is very unique, because not everybody likes the same thing. So yes, I just wanted to say this tonight, and listening to this nice jazz music from Kipi Muketsi, and it's called African Day. It's very nice, so times are changing, things are changing, the gears are changing. So keep listening, keep reading, watch us, watch other people as well, and you will see that it's not maybe the way you had expected, the way you had planned, or maybe because you can't plan life. You don't know if you wake up tomorrow and you're still breathing. So which means you you enjoy today, or you execute what you wanted to execute today, not tomorrow. So unless if you're sure you're there tomorrow. So that's how I look at life, and that's how I try to that's why you see that when you come to my profile, you see different corners of life. It's because I open my mind to many things. I wish my health was very well, like my pelvis was functioning very well. But I'm sure I'm going to be stronger, because my daughter, who is now 4 years, is stopping her breastfeeding. And apparently tonight she didn't drink anything, which is a positive thing, though. I'm really happy now, because it's a new period. It's a new phase of life, which is, as a mother, I don't regret what I did the last 10.5 years. And I know that it's not every mother who can do that, but we all have the same love for our children. We are capable. Even the dads, the fathers these days, I really appreciate all these fathers who are helping in their households, even though you work 5 days a week. And you appreciate your own family, which is very important. So being influenced could be also that you have friends who are expecting you to go out with them, yet you know that your wife just gave birth there and you need to be there for her. So yeah, you have to think, if you say no to somebody, and if he's a real friend, they will be waiting for you. So those kind of things. So watch your space, watch what you're doing, and take care of yourself, which is very important as well. Take a good sleep, and make sure you don't overdo things that you know your body doesn't need to do. So we are all learning, me too. It's very important. So what I say here, I'm not the diva. Maybe I am, but I don't want to call myself one. I think we are all on the same level, where we are all learning something. I think it's important for somebody just to say it in a different way, because we cannot keep on looking on one side where somebody's just addressing herself on Facebook and we think that's the right way. No way. Not everybody's stable. I'm not calling myself stable either, but I think there should be some contradicting information there that's going to encourage our youth to have a better future, stable life. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are happy to be where you are right now. If you are in the rural area in Zimbabwe, be happy, because you are breathing fresh air, the most freshest air ever. And don't compare yourself with somebody who is in Harare, because those people are struggling, trying to pay their bills. Doesn't matter where they are living. So the same applies to people who live in the Western world. It's a hustle. So love you guys. Thank you so much. That is Tete Mucha speaking, Melissa Budding in the Netherlands, who is really dying to go back home. And I'm not going to die in the Netherlands. I'm not going to die in Europe, because I don't like the way the older people here are treated, because they have to go to nursing homes. I would rather have my own house in Zimbabwe, a hut, HUT, in a rural area, in a village, where I know that I can enjoy a little bit longer life, maybe, because I know there is no pollution. So thank you so much. Hi Netsai, how are you? Hi John Johnson, how are you? And so if you're an African and you live in Europe and you still feel like you need to not to breastfeed, you feel like you're an African, you're poor, you still need to have a visa to live in Europe, you still need to beg for that, you still need to get married for that. No, please stop doing that. Just stop it. Go back home. There's so much to do there. A lot of work. Okay? Bye-bye. Love you guys. Please follow my videos. A lot of videos are there. And you can also like my page, Melissa Budding. And yeah, I have a lot of work. People who are interested in buying a bereko. People who are interested in reading my blog about why I started doing the baby wearing thing. Why I started promoting the African culture in a way. The positive African culture. You can read anything. You can see my dancing videos. You can see anything. I have so many things that I've been doing on Facebook. And you will recognize yourself there. You will find yourself there. And try me if you think it's not true. Bye-bye, guys.